Hello friends. In this class I will be discussing on the topic of four Anglo-Mysore wars. First question is about the first Anglo-Mysore war. Let's start it. Consider the following statement about the first Anglo-Mysore war in 1767 to 1769. First Anglo-Mysore war was fought between 1767 to 1769. First statement: the Hyder had territorial disputes with the Nawab of Arcot and differences with the Marathas. Second statement: the Nizam of Hyderabad, the Marathas and the English allied together against Hyder. Third statement: later Hyder converted the Nizam into his ally. He then joined the Nizam to attack the Nawab of Arcot. Fourth statement: the war continued for a year and a half without any conclusion. Fifth statement: on April 9, 1769, Treaty of Madras was signed. The treaty provided for the exchange of prisoners and mutual restitution of conquest. Sixth statement: Hyder Ali was promised the help of the English in case of he was attacked by any other power. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer for this question is option A. All the given statements are correct. Before first Anglo-Mysore war, Hyder Ali was a ruler of Mysore. After Devaraja and Nanjaraja, the Mysore was becoming very weak in terms of power. So Hyder Ali came to power, and when he came to power, he had territorial disputes with the Nawab of Arcot, and he also did not have any good relations with the Marathas. The Nizam of Hyderabad, the Marathas and the English allied together against Hyder. Basically, what happened? The Englishes, along with the Nizam of Hyderabad and Marathas, were allied together to attack the Hyder. But Hyder Ali changed his relations with the Maratha in a good terms, and also he converted the Nizam into his ally, and then he joined the Nizam to attack the Nawab of Arcot. And so from this point of view, the war continued. The first Anglo-Mysore war was continued for a year and a half without any conclusion, and in later in 1769, the Treaty of Madras was signed for the conclusion of this war. And as per this treaty, the prisoners were exchanged, and the relationship was got better, and Hyder Ali was promised by the English that whenever he was attacked by other forces, the Englishers will help him. So all the given statements are right. After first Anglo-Mysore war, it was Treaty of Madras. Treaty of Madras was signed. Next, consider the following statement about Second Anglo-Mysore War in 1780-84. First statement: when Hyder Ali was attacked by the Marathas in 1771, the English failed to come to his aid. This is considered as the breach of the Treaty of Madras. Second statement: Hyder Ali started to side with French, and the friendship of Hyder Ali with the French caused the concern to the English, and they tried to capture the Mahe, and the English attempt to capture the Mahe is considered as a direct challenge to Hyder's authority. Third statement: Hyder founded the alliance with the Marathas and Nizam, but English under Sir Eyre Coote detached both Marathas and Nizam, and Hyder Ali got defeated at Porto Novo in 1781. Later he was died of cancer, and the war was continued by his son Tipu Sultan. And fourth statement: Treaty of Mangalore was signed in 1782 As per the treaty, each party gave back their territories it had taken from each other. So all the given statements are right. So in first Anglo-Mysore War, the Treaty of Madras was signed. As per this treaty, the Englishers promised the Hyder Ali that they will help Hyder Ali whenever he was attacked by other powers. But it was not happened when Marathas in 1717 attacked Hyder Ali. Englishes did not came for his help. So he considered it as a breach of Treaty of Madras. Later, the friendship of Hyder Ali with the French was improved, and Englishers considered this as a cause of concern, and they tried to capture the Mahe, which was under the control of Hyder Ali, and Britishers' attempt to capture the Mahe was considered as a direct challenge for Hyder's authority. And therefore the Hyder, along with Marathas and Nizams, he founded alliance to fight against Britishers. But Britishers under Sir Ayerkut detached both Marathas and Nizam, and he defeated Hyder Ali at Porto Novo in 1781. And later Hyder Ali was died of cancer, and his son Tipu Sultan continued this war. So after Second Anglo-Mysore War, Treaty of Mangalore in 1782 was signed, and as per this treaty, both the parties were agreed to exchange the territories acquired by them. So they agreed to give back the territories it has taken from one another. So after first Anglo-Mysore War, it was Treaty of Madras was signed, and after Second Anglo-Mysore War, it was Treaty of Mangalore was signed. Next, consider the following statements about the Third Anglo-Mysore War. First statement: in 1790, Tipu declared the war against Travancore. English were sided with Travancore and attacked the Tipu. Second statement: Tipu defeated the English under General Meadows, and Lord Cornwallis, along with large number of army, attacked the Srirangapatnam and defeated Tipu. Treaty of Srirangapatnam was signed as a result of Third Anglo-Mysore War. Fourth statement: as per the treaty, a war damage of 3 crore rupees was to be taken from Tipu, and half of the war indemnity was to be paid immediately, while the rest was to be given in installment, for which Tipu's two sons were taken as hostages by the English. So all the given statements in these questions are right. So after Hyder Ali, it was Tipu Sultan, the son of Hyder Ali, succeeded him, and when he declared the war against Travancore, but later English sided with the Travancore and attacked the Tipu. Tipu defeated English under General Meadows, but after this defeat, the Englishers under Lord Cornwallis attacked the Srirangapatnam. In first attempt, they were not successful, but in second attempt, Lord Cornwallis succeeded in attacking Srirangapatnam and defeated the Tipu. So after Third Anglo-Mysore War, it was Treaty of Srirangapatnam signed, and as per this treaty, Tipu has to pay 3 crore rupees as a war indemnity, and half of the amount should be paid immediately, and rest was to be given as installment. For this purpose, Britishers took Tipu's two sons as hostages. So next question, consider the following statement about Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. First statement: Tipu fulfilled all the terms of the Treaty of Srirangapatnam. What was the terms of Treaty of Srirangapatnam? Tipu has to pay rupees 3 crore as war indemnity and got his sons released. He wanted to take revenge on Britishers. Second statement: Britishers wanted to include Mysore under the subsidiary alliance. Subsidiary alliance was bought by Lord Wellesley, and therefore they issued the charge sheet against the Tipu, mentioning that he was plotting against the English with the Nizam and Marathas. war was broke out in which Tipu was defeated by English who were helped by Marathas and Nizam, and Tipu was died in this battle. First statement, the new state of Mysore was handed over to the old Hindu dynasty of Vadayas under the minor ruler of Mysore, Krishnaraja II, who accepted the subsidiary alliance. So all the given statement in this question are right. So Tipu basically fulfilled all the terms of Treaty of Srirangapatna, which was signed after Third Anglo-Mysore War, and he really got released